Is it love, seduction, or just a good bargain? How the wording of property listings could be affecting your choices. That's up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm your host, Stacey Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. When it comes to listing a home, you can forget love. It's sex that sells. Realtor.com analyzed 1.6 million home listings for keywords and property descriptions. The lower priced homes were most likely to have the word love in the property descriptions. Homes priced in the millions of dollars, however, were most likely to have the words sexy and seductive in the descriptions. A rep for Realtor.com says love is basic. It's a pre-canned pitch to generically describe something beautiful. Luxury products, on the other hand, strive for uniqueness. And MarketWatch reports that you are more likely to see impassioned language like sexy, seductive, and romance being used when you talk about extreme wealth. Listings containing the word romance actually had the highest median asking price, around $820,000. In contrast, homes with love and lovely in the listing were selling for around $250,000 to $260,000. Along the same lines, Trulia has found that a bargain isn't always a good deal. In their review of the 100 largest U.S. markets, they found that listings containing the word bargain in almost half of those markets didn't reflect any discount on average over other homes for sale in the area. In the remaining 55 markets, the actual discount to buyers was there, but it could be as little as 2.1% less. For what it's worth, the Madison, Wisconsin market was one of the few where the use of the word bargain did actually mean something. Trulia has also found that the words price reduced sometimes appeared on a listing even when the price had dropped by only a couple of $100s. It was there just to catch the buyer's attention. The research also showed that homes with more factually verifiable property characteristics, such as an extensive list of details about the home, tended to sell for higher amounts. It is thought that they may increase the buyer's perceived value of the home. Trulia has uncovered the biggest things that buyers are looking for, and the good news is your home may already have the most popular features. A big factor for many buyers is proximity. If your home is well located in a desirable neighborhood, close to major employers and universities, and nearby to shopping and dining districts, make sure to point that out. Relocating buyers may not be familiar enough with the area to automatically know about those things. Also, senior-friendly features that allow for aging in place can be huge for the large group of baby boomers looking for somewhere to live comfortably in retirement and beyond. Trulia says they will be looking for level-in entrances with no steps to the front door, single-story layouts, and low-maintenance landscaping. And finally, if you've used only non-chemical cleaning products in your home for the last few years or have a hypoallergenic HVAC system, you may want to mention that in your listing as well. Marketers say that some of today's consumers who are physically or philosophically opposed to common household chemicals will be interested in just that type of home. Be sure to have all your home's best features listed on your marketing materials and online listing. Stay tuned, we have more coming up right after this. And with me now is Kirsten Goggin with Century 21. Welcome back, Kirsten. How are you doing today?
I'm fabulous. Another day in paradise.
Exactly. Now let's talk about your listings. 2305 Horde Street is gone. Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did a Saturday open house, which I wasn't too sure about, but Sunday was Easter, and wow, we had like 15 parties through, multiple offers on that first day. So this market is hot. If you are even thinking of selling, get in touch with me right away.
Wow, that's amazing. I would not have thought that on Easter like that.
I know. They're kind of hit or miss. They're really dead or just super crazy, but
wow,
super crazy.
So imagine on just a regular old Sunday.
Right.
So you've got another one, 5141 Prairie Rose Drive.
Yep. Yes, this is a fantastic property. It is just shy, well, it's just a little bit over 2,800 square feet, but it's 4-bedroom plus an office, 4 full baths. It's on a corner lot that's fenced in. There's trees lining the back, so it's a very private backyard, even though it's in a subdivision. This house is incredible. I don't even know where to start. So huge living room, really nice kind of open, unique floor plan. There's a skylight in the hallway leading upstairs, so lots of natural light. Huge deck off the back. There's a paver patio off the lower level walkout. There's a brick like fire pit, which is also like / pizza oven. Just tons of room. Oh, there's also a private deck off of the master suite, which has, walk-in closet and a private bathroom. Great property.
Well, that one sounds great. I bet that one will go fast too.
We have tons of interest. So get in immediately if it sounds like it might fit what you're looking for.
And you've also got 771 Catherine Drive as well.
Yes, this one is hot. Just went live today, actually. So this is 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, just shy of 2,600 square feet. And this is in Sun Prairie. The last one was in Madison. So this one is in Gardens of Willowbrook, which is on the east side. It is walking distance from, it's got a bike path really close by, and there's a 20-acre Carriage Hill Park, which is huge. And there's sand volleyball, and there's a hill that the kids go sledding on every winter. Fabulous park. It's also in the East Side Elementary School District, which is very highly rated. And the house itself is great. It's got granite countertops. There's a really nicely done backsplash, underlit cabinets, stainless appliances, again, open floor plan, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplace. There's also a vaulted ceiling in the master. There's lower level with a family room, bedroom, and another layer down has a wet bar, so nothing left to be desired.
Sounds absolutely perfect and beautiful. Well, thanks so much for stopping by with us again today.
Thanks for having me.
Stay tuned. And welcome back. With me now is Dave Studzinski. He's the Director of Operations for Two Men in a Truck. Welcome, Dave. Nice to have you here.
Thank you, Stacey. It's good being here.
So tell me about this donation drive that you have going on, Movers for Moms.
Yeah, Movers for Moms is a collection that we've done over the years. It's collecting staple items for mothers in need, and it's going to the YMCA in Dane County and in Rock County.
It sounds like, from what I hear, that it was a great success last year, right?
Oh yes, it was a very big success. We had 55 locations that collected over 15,000 items.
Wow, that's excellent. And what kind of response are you seeing so far this year?
We are up to 81 different locations, and we're hoping to double our amount of donations this year.
So this goes now to the YWCA locations, is that right?
Yes, there's one in Dane County and one in Rock County.
So what do they then do with all the donated items once you pass them on?
Oh, great question. These are given to mothers in need that find themselves in stress, either in situations financially and or in need of a place to stay. And they're donated to keep these families moving forward.
Well, this is a wonderful thing that you do. Why do you guys do this every year? What kind of got you into it?
Well, really, the foundation of the company was founded by Mary Ellen, and she took her first $1,000 and donated it amongst 10 different charities, and it's just become what we do. It's in the nature of our business to always give back to the communities, and this is one of the ways that we do that.
And it sounds like it's just part of your company's core values. Can you tell me what other kinds of things that you do there that reflect those as well?
Well, there's a couple of things. First one that comes to mind is that we are constantly moving people forward. And I know when I first started this company, I thought, well, we're a moving company, so we move people forward. That made sense to me. But it's more than that. It's really about not only moving families forward to a new home, a new apartment, but it's also about moving our people forward in their career and their future and what they want to do.
That's wonderful. Well, what else do you think sets you apart as a moving company?
Well, I think it's really we have another core principle called the grandmother rule, and all of our people are trained to treat the customer like their grandmother, to always understand that moves are stressful, and that we want to always keep that in mind and always treat them like we would treat our grandmother.
That's excellent. What a wonderful company and what a wonderful philosophy. Thanks so much for stopping by today.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. My next guest is Chris Thomas. He's the owner of Right on Target Real Estate. Welcome back, Chris. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about, why would you say someone should hire you over another agent to help them buy or sell?
Well, I've got a really good track record. I've been doing this since 1999, and I started my own company in 2005, and everybody kind of told me back then that the market was going to crash and that I wasn't going to be successful. But you know, from that point on, I was thinking outside the box. I was doing things different than other companies out there, and my track record, I guess, speaks for itself. I've been in the top, say, 10 agents in South Central Wisconsin since probably 2006. I've sold houses in all kinds of different price ranges, so I'm not just kind of pigeonholing myself into one category or another. I'll help people from the smallest to the biggest houses. And we have a lot of cool tools that we use to help market your home above and beyond the things that you expect, like the MLS and things like that.
Well, good for you for sticking with it and not listening to the naysayers. So it sounds like your track record's been pretty great since you started selling with Right on Target.
Yeah, it's actually been quite good, and certainly, you know, I've got a sales background and sales and marketing, so I'm kind of geared for that. I have kind of a recipe for success, I guess you'd say, and when I follow that, good things seem to happen.
That's great. Good advice for anybody. So why do you think you've been so successful as an independent real estate company?
Well, obviously you have to be organized at what you do. I think you have to like your job. I think you have to be a people person, but certainly when it comes right down to it, you have to be able to take care of tasks as they come out, and then really when it comes right down to it, you have to be a good marketer, and you have to be able to communicate and really negotiate well, and I think all those things are strong suits of mine. So.
And I think you've ticked all those boxes too. It shows in your success. So anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Well, certainly I think a lot of people when they talk to me, they say, well, why would I hire a small company over maybe one of these larger companies that you've heard of? And the funny thing is most of those larger companies at one time or another have actually looked for me to come work for them, but I like the flexibility of owning my own company where I can kind of make my own decisions. I don't really lose anything by having a small company. In fact, because I can make my own decisions, and if let's say I need to help out with a commission or whatever it might be, I can make that decision on the fly without getting any kind of approval from an upper management type person. So.
And it's definitely something to be said for that. It gives you so much flexibility too, even with the people you work with.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for stopping by today. It was great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you.
And stay with us. And welcome back. With me now is Bill Bolden. He's a sales manager for American Mortgage and Equity Consultants. Thanks so much for joining us today. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in the business now?
Actually, it's been 17 years that I've been in the business. I've done anything from be a loan officer to sales manager to actually owning my own company for a little while, and with all the regulations and everything, it felt like the right fit to partner back up with American Mortgage and Equity. And after 17 years, definitely got a strong hold on the industry, and look forward to helping a lot of different people out in different situations to be able to be a homeowner.
And what are you specializing in now over there?
You know, really honestly, I specialize in all kinds of loans, anything from a 580 credit score and above, so can dig down pretty deep if you got some challenges, and I'll work with you along the way too if you got challenges to help you know, better your situation so you can qualify for a better rate or you know, ultimately the program that you're looking for. But really I specialize in every kind of loan that's out there, whether it be FHA, USDA, VA, conventional, perfect credit, large down payments, minimal down payments. So really any situation that somebody has, bring to the table, and if there's a willing way to get it done, we'll find it.
And you mentioned all those different types of loans. Could you kind of explain for us what the difference is between all those?
Absolutely. Each one has different unique benefits, and it kind of depends on the client and what their situation is. So VA obviously is specific for a veteran. They offer 100% financing and no mortgage insurance premium, so it ultimately gives the veteran a really cheap payment with no money down. Seller can pay all the closing costs. FHA, you know, similar, it's going to be with some mortgage insurance and with 3.5% down. And conventional, you know, that's typically for your great credit score borrowers with even as little as 3% down on conventional. But the nice one, if you live in a rural area around here, you would probably qualify for a USDA loan. And what a USDA loan is, it's a rural development loan. So there's no money down on that program as well. The seller can pay all your closing costs. And again, the mortgage insurance is really cheap. So it kind of is just there to promote rural area development, so it's not all metropolitan areas. So, you know, ultimately, if there's a program that you're looking for, I strongly encourage you just to give me a shout, and we'll see which one fits best for you.
There's a lot of myths out there about buying a home. Can you tell us about some of those?
Yeah, a lot of people think you need 20% down or you need some large down payment, and there are, like I mentioned, a lot of programs out there that do cater to people that might not have a large down payment. Same with credit. You know, a lot of people, and it is just true in some ways, some banks, bigger banks, more stricter banks might require higher credit score. But ultimately I work with banks that lend to people with a 580 credit score or above. So you can have quite the credit challenge situation with a low down payment and still qualify in today's market. And obviously, you know, it always is recommended to sit down and formulate a game plan with a professional like myself, so that way you can, you know, become the American dream and actually be a homeowner.
Definitely good to know. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and visiting us today.
Absolutely. We'll see you again.
And stay with us. And welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Rob Grether. He's the owner of Lake Point Realty. Welcome back, Rob. Good to see you again.
Great to be here.
So the last time we saw you, you were getting ready to change your logo and you had a contest going on. How did that go?
It went great. We had a lot of people who helped us make a decision. We have decided on a new logo. It's a blue and green Lake Point logo. So we're excited. We're going to be changing out our website, changing out our yard signs, business cards, kind of going with a whole new color, kind of a whole new design. So it's kind of an exciting time for Lake Point Realty and our marketing department.
Exactly. I like it. It looks great. So congratulations on that. What else is going on with you?
Well, it's I think you've probably heard from other people and all over the place, but it's busy. You know, inventory is low. Everything we've got are pretty much selling pretty quickly. So, you know, I'm looking to do a promotion for the month of March, the remainder of March, and then the month of April, and hopefully be able to get some new sellers. So as part of a promotion, what I'm looking to do is reduce my commission to new listing people who would like to work with me. Oftentimes, generally, you know, there's a listing commission. For us, I oftentimes offer 3% or ask 3% as the listing agent. But for this promotion, I'd be willing to reduce that listing commission to 2%. So when you look at you know, over the course of cost of a listing, that's a couple $1,000s generally at least. So March, April, anybody who's a new client who's interested in working with us, I'd be willing to reduce that to 2% as you know, the owner of the business. I can do that.
So that's a great deal. Now, previously when you've been on, we've talked about some of the neighborhoods that you're working in. Do you have someplace new to talk about today?
I do. I've had a condo, the town center condominiums, on the corner, near the corner of Milwaukee Street and Sprecher Road. It's really kind of an exciting area out there. Prior to the recession, it was a booming construction area, new construction. Sprecher Road and 94. Looks like there's going to be an on-ramp, off-ramp coming at some point in time. But yeah, when the recession hit, things kind of shut down, but they've really picked up out there again. And it's really, I think, an exciting time to be, you know, in that area.
Yeah, and it'll be super convenient too if they get that ramp in there as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that there's some stuff going on out near Cottage Grove Road, same area. You know, the breweries out there, Great Dane Brewery and the Metro Market, and you know, just kind of a fun place. There's some single-family homes and there's some condominiums, and you know, anybody who wants any information on any of those homes or condos, let me know, and I'd love to provide them with that.
Well, it was great talking with you. Thanks so much for stopping by again, and stay tuned.
Thanks.
And welcome back. With me now is Diane Holmes. She's a realtor with RE/MAX Preferred. Welcome back, Diane. Good to see you again.
Oh, thank you, Stacey. Thank you for having me back.
Great to see you.
Nice to be here.
So what's it like out there right now in the real estate market?
Well, it's funny because right now, March Madness, people think about basketball. But in real estate, it is madness right now. And it's typical. March, April, and May are always our busiest selling seasons.
But that's a good thing, right?
It's a great thing. However, because there are more buyers than there are sellers right now, the good thing is for sellers, it's a seller's market. So they tend to get more for their property. But I'm looking for listings. So I would like to ask your viewing audience, if they're thinking about selling their home this year, to call me. And there's no obligation as far as listing with me, but I will give you a market study which shows how much your home is currently worth, give you staging advice, and also a free pre-listing home inspection, which means I'll have the home inspector go through your house and see if there's any defects that maybe you're not aware of, or the buyer will find later with their inspector. So it's good to know ahead of time.
Wow, that's great. I mean, they really can't lose with that. I mean, that's a great offer.
It is. And my number is 608-444-4409. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you have any houses for sale right now that you want to tell us about?
I do. And since preparing for this interview, Stacey, 2 of them have sold.
Oh, well, wow, good for you.
But I'll mention them briefly just because they haven't closed yet. I have one in Fitchburg, 2803 Marledge Street for $249,900. 3-bedroom, 2-bath for about 2,100 square feet, and then there's a gorgeous screen porch and a gourmet kitchen. But so hopefully it'll close. And the next one is 1012 Hillview Drive, and that is in the village of Black Earth. It's $210,000, 2,100 square feet, and this also has an offer. But let me tell you about the other ones that are still available. The first one is on Lake Mendota. It's 5378 Bluebill Park Drive. It's listed for $625,000. It's about a 10-year-old home. It's gorgeously appointed. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, over 4,000 square feet of living space, and a beautiful pier and a beautiful location. And the next one, I will jump over to Lake Monona, and this one is 4931 Toniawatha Trail. It's listed for $725,000. It's smaller. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 2,000 square feet, and it's kind of perched on a hill with a gorgeous view of the Capitol.
Well, those all sound great. I'm not surprised that they're going so quickly.
I
Well,
know.
Thanks so much for stopping by, Diane.
Hey, thank you so much, Stacey. I'll hope to see you again soon.
And stay tuned. Special thanks to our guests for stopping by today, and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Be sure to join us again next week. I'm Stacey Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.